That's smash, dude. All right, guys, so this week I'm going to help you create the perfect backswing. Now, the backswing is something that sets up everything coming into impact, and a lot of players right on the jump put themselves in a position that they can't recover from, and it leads to terrible golf shots. So we're going to go through step by step how to get you through each position to create the feel on how to meld the body and the club movement to put you in a perfect position every time. Number one thing that I see players screwing up, and it happens immediately, is they lose connection between the body and the hands. They get in a position where their hands start going out and rolling everything behind. Once we get in a position where the hands move away from our body and start putting ourselves in that position, we start to go really flat with the club. We start to have face control issues that we are going to be racing to make up. And it oftentimes leads to massive issues at the top of your backswing. So one of my favorite drills for creating connection, we take a towel. We are gonna put this underneath both of the armpits for the players to make sure that they have connection as they're going back. So we're gonna feel the arms stay tight to the body. Now when we're going back to P2, you'll notice that we are taking everything away from the chest. Now the club head's not sucking behind the hands. Everything is in a position where we can just turn back. So this is a great drill to feel that initial takeaway all the way up pretty much to P3. If we can keep it tight, we're gonna be in a good position to rock and roll into the golf ball. So I'm gonna have Max hit a golf ball with this drill here. Go ahead, turn back, keep that connection early, really feel everything in your chest as you're doing this. So there are a lot of players that still have that connection between their body, arms, and hands, but get the club moving too far inside. So this is an excellent drill right here to put the player in position where everything starts feeling more up. So a major flaw that players have is they rotate their chest too far and get everything working too far inside and putting themselves in a tough position. If we do this drill right and we keep width in our hands, you're gonna have to take everything and keep it more out. We wanna be in a position when we get near toe line where the club is pretty much aligned with it. And then from there, everything's gonna start moving up and hinging in the wrist is gonna start occurring. So just sit here and make a turn back where we avoid that stick. That's gonna help us feel that we have the right amount of verticals in our golf swing. And we create those verticals when we do this, go back, by getting the shoulders tilted enough. If they go back too flat, that's where everything starts sucking too far inside. Okay, make sure you have the right angle in your shoulder to avoid this stick. Now another great drill to put yourself in position to keep that trail elbow from flying behind you is to put a head cover underneath the player's elbow. Now you're only going to be able to make a 3/4 backswing initially here, but you'll notice that that elbow stays tight. Now I like my players to do something. Once they get up to P3, which is lead arm parallel here, I like them to let that head cover go, push their arms away, and then finish the turn up to the top so they can feel themselves getting into a good position. Now, once a player gets to P3, I've noticed through years of teaching, they have a hard time screwing it up from P3 to P4 and pulling that elbow behind them. But I'm a big believer also in that the top of your backswing is achieved, the final part, through turn of your chest. The arm should be pretty close to the position they're gonna wanna be in P3. So if you go up to P3, push everything away, drop that head cover, and then finish your turn with your backswing, you're gonna be in a great position to start making solid contact, start creating the feel for the perfect backswing every single time. So another major issue that players get into is they get up to the top and they have the club either crossed up or too far laid off. Okay? That can cause major issues for a lot of players downswing. Now there are matchups. If you have a shorter golf swing, being more laid off is actually a pretty good position to be in. But that can cause major issues if you have a long swing that gets really laid off. If you're a little crossed up with a super long swing, you have the chance to recover, but a lot of players don't recover well. So we want to put ourselves in the perfect position. Now this drill is pretty simple. Once you get to P2, you're going to notice that the club and the alignment stick are pretty close to toe line. That's a pretty good position. And as you crank it up to the top, we want to get a feeling when we're all the way up at the top that the alignment stick is going to point down his heel line, which we have symbolized with the stick right here. That's going to get you in a position where that club is nice and clean, neither crossed up or laid off, and it should put you in position where you can make a nice downswing every single time. Now the final drill we're gonna do is the perfect drill to put yourself in a position all the way up to the top. It's gonna require you to turn your body, and it's gonna require your hands to get deep enough. Now, a lot of players struggle getting enough depth at the top of the backswing. We know anything about my videos, I talk about how crucial depth is for players avoiding the slice. Now, depth is just how far your hands move behind you at the top of your backswing. This would be less depth, this would be more depth. Most players getting more depth are going to be in a position where the slices can go away. So when we set this up, we want to put it at an angle where we're going to force our body to make a good turn underneath. Go ahead, turn back. Now, when we get up to the top, you'll notice that this is just outside of the arm line, okay? And we can actually hit golf balls with this, which is going to force our hands to come more from the inside. If we get in a position where we go outside, we are going to hit that stick every time. All right, so go ahead and make that good backswing, clear it out, and hit me a golf ball. All right, guys, I hope going through all these drills puts you in a position where you're able to get up to the top of your backswing in a good position. No longer crossed up, too far laid off. You get the proper depth, and you control everything all the way to the top. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next week. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. I come out with new content every Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. Thanks a lot, you guys.